Hey guys, welcome to Destiny 2 video. My name is Manu and in this one we are going to share some tips and strategies for Legend Onslaught. We have acquired these tips ourselves after playing the activity, testing various builds on all classes with different setups. We have cleared many runs with ease, but there were times when we failed miserably. But don't you worry, we have got you covered. Our aim here is not to tell you how to play the game, but to make your run a little easier with some tips and strategies while tackling 50 waves on Legend Onslaught. So let's begin. Firstly, we need to choose which class you are going to play. Players can use whatever they like, but our recommendation would be to use 2 Night Stalker Hunters with the Deadfall Super and of course Orpheus Rick exotic boots. The third player can be a Titan or a Warlock, but we think a Veil of Radiance Warlock with Phoenix Protocol would be a better choice because it's always helpful to have a Veil of Radiance, especially during boss fights. As for weapons, using a Surge weapon is always good, but our recommendation would be to use at least 1 Xenophage and 1 Galahorn. These weapons can destroy Shriekers easily, which can sometimes be really annoying, and third player can use whatever they like, but our recommendation is Dragon's Breath because a well-placed Dragon's Breath can help you clear the wave and it also deals good damage to big enemies like Briggs and Knights. You guys can also use at least 1 grenade launcher with disorienting grenades as it's always helpful to blind enemies. A solar hand cannon like Zauli's Bane is recommended to deal with unstoppable champions. As for the anti-barriers, I would recommend going with something like In-Depth Kindness sidearm that drops from the Warlord's Ruin dungeon. This particular sidearm hits enemies like a truck, so it's highly recommended. Our recommended map is Midtown as it's easy to keep tabs on enemies on this map, and there are certain sections that you can use to your advantage, especially when you are being attacked by tormentors or demolitionists. Always keep an eye on ADU's health throughout the fights. You will see batteries that you can throw at the ADU, which not only heals the ADU but also your decoy and turrets. So use them as much as you can. Now when we have the class setups ready, let's begin with the run. Scraps are the material that we use to upgrade our ADU defenses like turrets, decoys and traps. In the beginning, for the first 20 rounds, we should use level 1 turrets and decoys which costs 2000 scraps each. Decoys works as a distraction for all enemies and turrets will do their work. Every 10 waves you will encounter a big boss, which includes the Tormentor and Demolitionists. And trust us, these big boys can easily ruin your day. To deal with the Tormentor, as soon as he appears, one of the hunters can act as a distraction, drawing his attention away from the ADU, while the other two focus on clearing the enemies as fast as possible. The player distracting the Tormentor should avoid destroying his shoulders because that will make him more aggressive. Meanwhile, Orpheus Tether is the best option for handling enemy waves, and Veil of Radiance can be helpful too. Guys, don't hold on to your supers, use them whenever they are available and try generate orbs. Once the enemy wave is cleared, player 2 and 3 join the hunter who is distracting the Tormentor and defeat him. If you happen to have demolitionists, then you have to kill them as soon as they appear. Use supers and heavy, whatever you have, because these big guys attack the ADU right away. They also don't move much around. Hence, the best way to deal with these guys is just burn them down. When it comes to heavy ammo, it is recommended to use heavy ammo finder and scout mods in your helmet. Having a special finisher equipped along with a method to generate heavy ammo for your team could be a game changing. Completing bonus objectives rewards you with a heavy ammo crate, and the boxes you create will persist if you enter the pyramid ship on wave 6 as long as no one else grabs them. Our suggestion is to communicate whenever you decide to take the heavy ammo. Also keep in mind that ammo that falls on the ground stays there. Any ammo you leave behind in the boss room will still be there during the next boss round. And the same goes for the ammo left behind when you go into a boss fight. The activity starts feeling challenging after wave 30, so during this time you can upgrade your decoy and turret to level 3. Even at this point, all 3 of you should have a good amount of scraps left which will come in handy in the next 10 waves. During waves 30 to 40, you need to stay on your toes, utilize supers, generate orbs, use heavy ammo, and repeat the process. When heading into the pyramid for the boss fight, consider swapping your builds if necessary, although we generally wouldn't recommend it. Additionally, you should definitely use the surge weapons. This week it's the LMG, so Thunderlord is highly effective option. During waves 40 to 50, you need to utilize all your scraps and ensure that traps, turrets, and the decoys are upgraded to level 3. All the defenses around the ADU should be gold tier in these final waves, because in these final waves, enemy health is significantly higher and your damage output is also reduced, meaning it takes more time to deal with these enemies. Even a Thrall comes with a big health yellow bar. Having your defenses maxed out helps a lot, and it greatly aids you in during these final 10 waves. If you encounter a wave with cursed Thralls or Exploder Shanks, especially towards the end of your run, you need to be extra careful during this particular wave because it can wipe you out real quick. These enemies can be sneaky, so keep that in mind. If you ever find yourself as the last guardian standing, don't panic. Instead of focusing on getting a revive, try to defend the ADU without dying, as your teammate will respawn after some time. In the final boss room fight, you have to show patience because this fight is supposed to take time before it's over. However, it's not hard or tough unless we make mistakes, so try not to hurry. You can use the cheese spot if you would like, but the recommendation would be to use the middle area as you can see in the video and focus fire on the boss. Whenever you see the spark appearing in the boss room, one of the hunters can go and pick up the spark and dunk it in the designated spot. It will take away a chunk of boss's health. On a successful run, you will be rewarded with 3 chests. And we hope that you get the god roll you are looking for. Good luck everyone. So guys, this is it in this one. Do let us know about your strategies and builds in the comments that you use for our easy legend onslaught clear. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.